I'm making my water bottle holder with two colors. The first color is the Dishy Multi in Goldfish, and the second is the Dishy Multi in, I believe it's called Sunshine Multi. Now, to begin, you want to chain 4 and then slip stitch into the first chain made. It's very humid where I am right now, so it's kind of a little harder to do this. Now, to continue round 1, you chain 1 and then place 9 single crochet into this loop, and you'll notice that I'm actually going to work over my tail while I do that. Now you want to slip stitch to the first single crochet that you made, but since I'm changing colors for the next row, I'm actually going to make the slip stitch with the changing color. If you're not sure which stitch to slip stitch into, you can count how many loops you have, okay? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I want to slip stitch into number 9 with the yellow, and then I pull the tail of the orange. Okay, some people will slip stitch into number 8 and not pull the tail. It just kind of, there's a right and a wrong depending on who you talk to. I consider it preference, and as long as you're consistent, that's the important part. Row 2, we chain 1 and then put 2 single crochet into each stitch around, which will give us a total of 18 single crochet. There's 18, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch that I made, only I'm going to slip stitch with the other color because I'm switching to the other color. So I'm switching to my next color, slip stitching into the first stitch that I made, and then I'm just going to pull the color I was using to pull that loop tight. Round 3, we chain 1, single crochet into the very first stitch, same stitch we just joined into. Now we're going to 2 single crochet in the next stitch and then single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. We're going to do that 5 times, and then there'll be 2 stitches left. So let's do that part first, the repeat. We put 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1, 2, and then we single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So what I do is I keep counting. I did 1, 2, so then 2 more would make 4. So I go 3 and 4, and then I just keep counting to 4, and I always put 1 and 2 in the same stitch. So then I say 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 are by themselves. 3, 4, and keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's 2 stitches left. I put 2 single crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet into the last stitch, 3, and of course number 4 was actually our very first stitch that we made, right? So now we are going to slip stitch to join using the color that we're going to use in the next round. Pull that tail, there we go. Round 4, we chain 1, 2 single crochet into the first stitch, and then single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, and then we hit the repeat, which is 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and then single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So 2 plus 3 is 5. That means I'm going to count to 5 and put stitches 1 and 2 in the same stitch together. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to use this counting technique. I just do it so that I don't lose my place. That's why I do it, so that I always do the correct number of stitches. So I just count 1, 2, and then separate would be 3, 4, 5. Keep doing that all the way around. There we go. We've gone all the way around, and then we take the color for our next row and slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made to join. And now what we're going to do is we're basically repeating the last 2 rows, but just always adding one more of those single crochet by themselves in there. And that's all in the pattern. The numbers you have to follow are in the pattern, but you should be able to do that without a problem at this point. And you're going to make this, the pattern goes all the way through round 9. You probably won't need to go to round 9. You just need to make this until it is about the same size as the bottom of your water bottle, okay? So just make this until it is about the same size as the bottom of your water bottle, and then you will be ready to move on to the water bottle sides. Now we are making the water bottle holder sides, and this is, again, I'm using 2 colors, but this time I will be making round 1 and 2 with one color and round 3 and 4 with the other color, and then rounds 1 through 4 just keep repeating. So for round 1, we're going to chain 1 and then single crochet into the first stitch, which is that same stitch that we joined into. Now we just chain 7. We're going to skip 5 and then single crochet into the next stitch. So we skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. Going to keep doing that all the way around. Chain 7, skip 5, single crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my next stitch. Keep doing that all the way around. You'll end with a chain 7. So I end with my chain 7. There's 5 stitches left. I skip them and I just slip stitch into the single crochet that I started with. And I do that with the same color yarn because I'm not changing colors yarn yet. Okay, so now what I'm going to do for round 2, I chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, so that there's that single crochet that we slipped into. That's what we're single crocheting into now. And then we're going to put 4 single crochet, chain 3, 4 single crochet into this chain 7. Four, chain 1, 2, 3, then 1, 4, and now single crochet into the single crochet and repeat that. So 4 single crochet, 1, chain 3, and then 4 single crochet, and then single crochet into the single crochet. Repeat that all the way around. And 4, here's my 4th one. And now we're going to need to change color, but I'm not going to change color yet. What I'm going to do is when I slip stitch into the first single crochet I made, I'm actually going to make sure to catch my second color in that slip stitch, okay? Like this. And then I need to slip stitch into each of the 4 single crochet going up, and then also into the chain 3 space. And each time I'm going to kind of catch that yarn. So this time the yarn from my next color was on top. So I'm going to kind of pull it away and make my next slip stitch. Okay. Now I'm going to pull it back up again and make the next slip stitch. That was 1. This is 2. Toss it back down. 3. Toss it back up. There's my 4th single crochet, and then I'm also going to slip stitch into the space, and then when I slip stitch into the chain 1 space, I'm doing that with the new color, but I'm going to kind of wrap the old color around it. Okay. Now, if this weren't a variegated yarn, then it wouldn't be so obvious that there were slip stitches there. But because it is a variegated yarn, it's kind of obvious. So that's something you just kind of have to decide whether it bothers you or not. Your other option would have been to just end this yarn right here, to end my orange variegation color right here, weave in my ends, and then start with the yellow with a, you know, brand new, with a new piece of the yellow, and just slip stitch it into one of the chain 3 spaces, and then I wouldn't have to do that that little slip stitch. So for round 3, we have already slip stitched into each of the first 4 single crochet and into the chain 3 space, and now we're going to chain 1 and single crochet into that chain 3 space. Now we chain 5. The humidity is really getting into my yarn. And single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Repeat that all the way around. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Okay, we've gone all the way around, so we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made. Now we are going to chain 1, and I'm just going to kind of catch the other color yarn in my chain 1 there, just to help bring it up to the height I'll need it at when I need it next. And then single crochet into the same stitch that we slip stitched into. Okay, there we go. So we single crocheted into that single crochet, and now I'm going to put 5 single crochet into the chain 5 space. Single crochet into the single crochet, 5 single crochet into the chain 5 space. Repeat that all the way around. We've gone all the way around, so now we can slip stitch into the first single crochet we made, and we're slip stitching with the next color. And so now we're ready to just start repeating rows 1 through 4. So we still have a solid row of single crochet here, just like we had at the end of our bottom piece. So it's just a straight old repeat of rows 1 through 4. But before you start repeating this, this is where you want to make sure that your water bottle will actually fit through this rounds 3 and 4, okay? Because if it doesn't fit in here, then you're going to have a problem. It's okay if it fits tightly, this will stretch, but if you can't get it in at all, then you know you need to go back and add 1 or 2 more rounds to the bottom circle. You want to find out now, not when you're all done, okay? So you can see, all right, my water bottle just slid right in there without a problem, but it's not super loose either, okay? And even if it was a little bit loose, it would be fine because of course gravity works, and so it'll just stretch more. And you're going to repeat rounds 1 through 4 until this, when you put it on and you stretch it, comes up to like right about here. The best thing you can do is actually fill your water bottle with water and put it in here and hold on to like 2 opposite sides and let the water bottle just push down on your piece and see if it comes up, if the weight of the water bottle makes the drinking section of the water bottle fall below your holder, you're gonna have a hard time drinking your water when it's in your water bottle holder, and you don't want to have to take it out every time you want to drink water, right? So that means that you might have too many rounds, but obviously in this case I don't have enough because my water bottle would never stay in there. So keep on going. It's better if it's a tiny bit too short than if it's too long. Okay, because if it's too long, it's just hard to use.